Learfield Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or at L Directors Cup on Twitter or Facebook. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
Now it's time for the Mike Norvell TV show presented by AutoZone. From parts to helpful advice, AutoZone has everything you need to get in the zone. AutoZone. The show is supported by the Tennessee Lottery, Subway, and Chick-fil-A.
Welcome in, everybody. Nice to have you aboard on this Labor Day holiday weekend. And all I can say, Coach, to start is, wow. From the Tiger Walk to the new locker rooms to the debut, and by the way, record-breaking debut of your quarterback, Brady White. What a way to start year number 3 of your tenure.
You know, it was a great kickoff to the 2018 season. We really challenged our guys with how we were preparing, to be able to go out there and start fast. We wanted to be able to showcase this team, the improvements, all the work that's gone into the offseason, and I thought our guys rose to the challenge. And it was definitely a special atmosphere. The city of Memphis came out, all of Tiger Nation. It was an incredible Tiger Walk, just a wonderful experience.
Now, the offensive numbers will wow you and everything else. But there was another debut, and you got to tell me about this. I don't know where it came from, but this robe for takeaways, the Ric Flair kind of look. What was that?
No, it's it's something that we love to celebrate. The explosive plays of our defense, getting the ball back for our offense. That's a key every year of what we want to emphasize. And so we've had the takeaway belt, so we figured we needed to one up it a little bit, and we got the takeaway robe. And so our guys they fell in love with that, and Coach Ball's done a great job and his staff of emphasizing creating those explosive plays. Obviously we got a couple last night, and it was a wonderful debut for that as well.
That was very cool. That is for sure. And takeaways so much an important part of your defensive philosophy, and of course you had a couple last night. But we have to talk about Brady White. This guy's first 6 passes all complete, 92-yard drive to start this whole thing off. I mean, that was pretty impressive.
Well, I had a great deal of confidence in Brady. His preparation, it's impressive to watch. And he stepped on the field last night and he was ready for his opportunity. Our guys have a great deal of confidence in him, and it was fun watching him go out there and execute the offense.
And so many weapons. He said it best too. Afterwards, he goes, "My job is really to facilitate, like a point guard who doesn't even care that much about scoring." This guy says, if I get it to 6 or 8 or 10, my job is perfect.
Well, and that's what I loved about last night, is you saw that we were able to distribute the football to a lot of different guys. I think 7 different guys scored touchdowns. We were able to do it in a lot of different ways. How Brady managed the run game, and obviously the passing game was quite impressive. And the defense did a great job in being able to get us the ball back, whether it was forcing 3 and outs, giving us more opportunities there on the offensive side, and it really all came together.
And the beauty of it is too is that you've got so many different guys now that you could even take a look at this past game, because I don't know what the numbers were, but I know there were guys, and I go about 4 or 5 deep, as you see on my charts. Guys coming in, Cam Fleming comes to mind right off the bat. I didn't even plan on seeing, until maybe late in the year.
Yeah, and it was great to be able to get those guys that experience. And the first half we were very aggressive. It's like we got the ball back with 1:32, and I know we had 3 timeouts, but I told our offense, guys, we're going to treat this as if we have no timeouts. I want to see us execute down the field. Let's execute a 2-minute drive and go score, and I thought our guys were able to do that, and that allowed us in the second half. We were able to pull some guys and let a lot of those young guys get in and get their first college experience.
And with some of those guys, like your backup quarterback, Brady McBride, you can figure out what you want to do with red shirts because you got 4 games, and you can do that with a bunch of guys. That was really neat. Here's what's coming up on the Mike Norvell Show today. You'll see first half highlights, and there are a ton of them, and then you'll see the second half as well. You'll see a lot of those other guys. Chick-fil-A Inside Access, and I can't wait to pick your brain on this because I know you were very much involved in the planning of that locker room. It's incredible. And then the AutoZone road ahead, that will be to historic Annapolis. Navy will be waiting next Saturday afternoon. That's all coming your way on this, the opener of the Mike Norvell Show.
You're watching the Mike Norvell TV show.
Oh, what a difference a year can make. The weather was a little warm, but not bad once the sun went down. It was nothing like the year before. And, Coach, I got to tell you, I thought there were 40,000 people there. I was amazed when that number came out.
Well, it was a great crowd. I mean, like I said, great atmosphere. It was definitely a joy to walk out on the field and see clear skies, and our guys were ready to get it kicked off.
And it did start again with that Tiger walk. That was the most people I've ever seen. And then this Mercer team comes in. Hey, they're picked 4th in their league by the media, and that's Southern Conference. The other 3 are all rated in the top 25. You get the ball first, and amazingly, you just methodically will march down the field. And this kid, Brady White, wouldn't miss, and there's a penalty on the Bears.
Yeah, we wanted to come out. We wanted to start fast. We knew the first drive was going to be an important one. Wanted to be able to mix up the run and the pass. I think all in all, it was 13 plays, a little bit over 4 minutes. I thought our guys played with great tempo, but to be able to go 93 yards in your opening drive of the season, I thought Brady did a great job. Offensive line did an incredible job opening up some holes, giving them time to be able to push the ball down the field, and then some great blocks there by the guys up front and receivers, tight ends to be able to push the ball into the end zone.
Patrick Taylor, I love this too. How about that? That little "We're on the Prowl" banner in the student section. And it's 7-0. That was the AutoZone drive of the game because it sort of set the tone, and it was 13 plays.
And then the greatest thing about it was we went down and scored, and immediately the defense takes the field, and great passion, great energy. Jackson Dillon in on a big stop there. Our guys, there's a great deal of confidence in how we prepared, and to be able to jump out, get a 3-and-out, and then get the ball back for the offense, and immediately you'll get another touchdown on the board.
Well, you got 8 touchdowns in the first half. 1 came from the defense right there. I love this kid. T.J. Carter, he had 5 picks last year. That's his first, a pick 6. So now 3 different guys have scored already, 3 touchdowns. No,
it's great, and that shows a lot in the preparation. Third down, big play. T.J. has done a great job of his film preparation, and he was able to capitalize on it with the pick 6. Offense gets the ball back after another short sequence there with the defense getting off the field, and we right back at it. Darrell Henderson with a big run. You see it. Great job of the O-line creating a seam, and then once again getting Darrell out on the perimeter. He's a special player. You had a great first half. Is all the he played there last night, and this is a big time touchdown run. A big block by Pop Williams coming in and helping to spring that there on the perimeter.
Both those guys, they can run by you or run over you. Henderson and Taylor, and in these 8 touchdowns that you're going to get in the first half, 6 of them from different guys, and look at that speed. I know he's usually a bruiser like he did on the first touchdown. That's just speed.
Yeah, that was a great job. As a third down, we called the screenplay, and everybody on the field executed. You saw Sean Dykes there at the end helping spring with shielding a block. And then here's a guy, Bryce Huff, who's had an incredible camp, great spring. To see him get a sack in the first game was exciting. First play of the series, we take a little bit of a shot, the throwback to Darrell Henderson, and what an incredible effort to get the ball in the end zone.
Hit twice, didn't matter. He goes in, and the scoreboard continues to light up. And once again, look at that, lowering the head, just dragging somebody backwards about 8 yards.
Yeah, this was encouraging to see. We wanted to pound the ball. We'd been able to put together a couple of drives, pushing the ball down the field. But this was more of a methodical drive. We got in our 2 tight end sets. You see Joey Magnifico with a nice catch, 2 great conversions here on 3rd and 4th downs. But that's something that we've got to be able to do. And we have a great offense that can rely on the big play, but be able to put together these drives down the field, capping it off with another touchdown to our other tight end, Sean Dykes. It was impressive to see.
So one makes the conversion play in Magnifico. Dykes gets the payoff. And, I think you're going to settle right there. Last few minutes, you get the ball back. You decide you're going for more. Look at that pass.
Yeah, it was great. Like I said, this was a situation we wanted to have a 2-minute drill, and our guys did a great job of executing that down the field. Kadarian Jones. But the thing that impressed me, look at that at the very bottom. Mercer held to 37 yards of total offense. The defense did a great job. It was all in all a great first half.
Mercer had only 1 first down in those first 30 minutes. That is domination on both sides of the football. I got to ask you when we come back, what the heck could you say to the team after 56-0? Second half highlights come your way in just a minute. This is the Mike Norvell Show.
You're watching the Mike Norvell TV show.
Welcome back in. Nice to have you again. Happy Labor Day weekend to all of you. I know you're all happy with what happened last night. You're up 56-0 at the half, so you got all those points. Your defense has only allowed 1 first down, 37 yards. What the heck do you say to your team at the half?
Well, continue to keep our focus, continue to push. We knew we were going to play a lot of young guys going into the second half, so this was going to be their opportunity. I didn't want much of a let up. I wanted guys to go out there and show what they were capable of, and I thought our guys had the right approach.
And your philosophy with Brady McBride, who will get to start this second half after your defense begins things off in a pretty good way. How are you going to use those 4 games, or do you want a red shirt? What's the strategy on all that?
Obviously we take it game by game, and Brady got his opportunity last night. I thought he did a really nice job. As a true freshman coming in, there's always that first game jitters, but he was able to go out there, and I thought he executed and did a nice job in the things we asked him to do. Still some learning experiences, things we can grow off of, but great third down conversion here on his first third down in college to be able to move the chains. It was impressive to see. So we got to be able to build off the experience, and that not just for Brady, but a lot of guys that were able to get on the field there last night.
How about that throw to Gibson, another newcomer? So 2 new guys. What a strike on the run!
No, he did. Like I said, Brady did a nice job. He's obviously showed off some of his ability to with his legs, and you saw his confidence grow. Third down there, did a good job of protecting the football. Adam Williams getting his first college punt, and be able to pin him inside the 5-yard line. I thought he did a great job, and special teams last night showed up and performed at a high level. Defense comes back out on the field, and the thing I loved last night is just about in every play you saw a swarm of blue jerseys. Our guys were playing relentlessly, obviously attacking the ball. We were aggressive in our coverages, and it was great to see those guys out there competing.
And these guys are 2s and 3s here who are now playing your defensive line, your offensive line. After you see the big defensive play, back to work.
This is a great play by Thomas Pickens. We brought a little bit of pressure. Thomas executed his fundamentals technique precisely, and then gets the big interception. Got a chance to put on that takeaway rope. It was great to see.
You had a bunch of those. We got this thing. If you get explosive plays, you win that battle. You win the takeaway battle, you're going to win a game. Like 95%, you won both those easily.
No, it was definitely a dominant performance. Once again, the thing I like is you see the pursuit. You see the passion which our guys were playing with. Still a lot of things that we're going to have to clean up with these young guys getting their first college experience, but you can see the passion of how they play and the way they're pursuing the ball. Gives us a great foundation to be able to build off of.
Almost a takeaway by J.J. Russell right there, but you do get the ball right back.
Yeah, this is a young man I'm really excited about. Kenny Gainwell. I thought he did a nice job. True freshman. Very explosive player. Can do a lot of great things there on the perimeter, but also kind of in that mold of what Tony Pollard has been for us. So. He did a great job, and then obviously I like to see us distributing the ball to a variety of different receivers, running backs. I thought Brady did a nice job here.
Oh, big hit doesn't bother that young man, Mr. Gainwell. We already saw another catch by Calvin Austin, and here's Brady looking for the end zone.
Yeah, Brady did a great job. Things weren't there in in his pass progression, but he was able to pull the ball down, go and get us inside the 5-yard line. This is one of the plays I actually really liked by Brady. Third down on the run, things were covered. He didn't try to force it. He threw the ball away and allowed us to get points. So it was a really good drive by Brady on that set.
Early in the fourth, 59-0. Riley Pedersen, by the way, gets that field goal. I was most impressed with what he did with just kicking the ball into the end zone for touchbacks, and then talk about the magic of this guy. Thought he was going to go out of bounds, somehow stayed in. 84 yards later, 84 with his first touchdown in a Tiger uniform. This is Calvin Austin, who is a speedster on the track team, and there's your total, 752 yards. The record, I believe, is 753.
Our guys came out. We played at a high level. It was great seeing guys like Calvin Austin get the big touchdown run. You see Brady White, 358 passing yards in the first half, 5 TDs. Most importantly, no interceptions. Darrell Henderson, Patrick Taylor. Those guys did a wonderful job running the football, but also as pass receivers out of the backfield. I like what our guys did, and they had the right mindset, right approach. It was definitely a good start to the season.
You see that number for DeMonte Coxey. The thing I liked most was he dropped a pass that would have probably been a touchdown. It would have been 10 passes in a row. He comes back and makes the impossible catch for a first down right after that. So he kept in it. If there's one thing, one aspect of your team in this win, what would that be?
Well, I love the way our guys competed. We're going to have to build off of how we prepared for game one and take that and increase it here moving on into conference play against a wonderful Navy team that we know we're going to have to go up against. And so, we have to build off of every experience that we have. And, we got the win in week one. Now we got to put our eyes towards week two and to go get this one.
And that will be in Navy. That's the AutoZone road ahead. But before we get to that, we've got the Chick-fil-A Inside Access. You'll get a look at something that is now the best in the country. And our coach here had a big hand in that. You'll see his signature all over the place. He explains when we come back in just a minute.
You're watching the Mike Norvell TV show.
Great things a lot of times take a partnership. Look what the city and the school and the football team did to come up with the greatest locker room you've ever seen.
At the University of Memphis, for us to compete at a national level, given the current structure of college athletics, it takes a very serious and significant investment. And that investment can only happen as a part of a partnership. And for us, that partnership has to be our fan base, the university, and the city of Memphis. And I think when you look at this locker room, you'll see that the investment that the city has made is a very significant one, and we are remarkably grateful for that investment.
I say this all the time, Memphis has momentum. And one of the main reasons we have momentum is because of the University of Memphis. The sports scene in Memphis has momentum, in large part because of this great football program at the University of Memphis. I have followed Tiger sports since 1977. Went to school here, been a season ticket holder for a long time. I think of those 4 years with D'Angelo, those were fun. There's no player I watched that I got more joy out of than D'Angelo Williams. But the last 4 years have been even better. And I want to thank Tom Bowen and Dr. Rudd for making that happen. Thank you very much. Go Tigers.
Folks, this place is incredible. I hope you get a chance one day to see it. And it's got your creativity all over it. How did you do this?
Well, I tell you, I got to give a shout out to City Councilman Reed Hedgepeth. He did a phenomenal job kind of spearheading this project. We were able to work together. We went and looked at some of the best locker rooms in the country and took the best pieces with our own thoughts of how we could improve the experience for our guys, the way we teach, and it came together in incredible fashion.
It is space age. It is gorgeous. And what a job everybody did. The Tigers are going to have to do a job on the road. The AutoZone road ahead is in Indianapolis next week. We talk Navy in a minute.
You're watching the Mike Norvell TV show.
Time for the AutoZone road ahead. It's always amazing. You feel historic when you go to Annapolis to take on Navy, and Coach, the midshipmen are not going to be in a good mood. They gave up 59 points to Hawaii last night.
They had to go on the road, play halfway across the country or across the world. In their first game, it was a battle back and forth. They were uncharacteristic start for how they normally play, but they rallied at the end. So we know we have to go on the road. It's going to be a big game for us, a conference opener. We know this is going to be a four-quarter battle.
Congratulations on win number one. We'll see you in Annapolis. We'll see you right back here next Sunday night. Have a great holiday, everybody.
Thanks for watching the Mike Norvell TV show presented by AutoZone. From parts to helpful advice, AutoZone has everything you need to get in the zone. AutoZone. The show is supported by the Tennessee Lottery, Subway, and Chick-fil-A.
The Learfield Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or at L Directors Cup on Twitter or Facebook. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.